Ladies and gentlemen, online classes. Nowadays, online classes. Maybe because of the COVID situation or whatsoever reason it is, online classes. Now, the biggest question is online classes are good or bad? Yes. Let's discuss on this. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, as and when something comes in your life or new comes in this world or you are exposed to a different environment or a new environment, there are plus, there are minus. There are good things, there are bad things. Whatever you take as an example, you take your own example, something new comes in front of you, something new comes in your life, your families, your profession. There are good things to do with, there are bad things to go with. So, online classes, good or bad, you cannot just come into the conclusion saying that it is good for so and so reason, it is bad for so and so reason. No, online classes, which is a modern requirement, which is a necessity today. So online classes are having certain good features, also having certain bad features. We have to cope up with the bad things, and also we should be glad that we have something good to follow. Okay, so few points let's discuss which are good and bad features we can see in online classes. One, during the online classes, you cannot ask questions in a comfort zone, because in previously when a school environment was there, where if there is a question in students mind is to raise the hand, that's the tradition which we followed. But today online classes, you cannot raise your hands, instead there is an icon of raising the hands as well. But the lecturer or the teacher should concentrate on those things, also the material which he need to convey. So it is difficult to ask a question in this kind of environment, but asking question is very, very important. You have seen, you have experienced, asking question is very, very important. But online classes will lack a bit or feel a little bit of difficulty in asking questions. So kids are not comfortable in asking questions in online classes. Can't pace the lecturer, in the sense when the teacher or a lecturer or a professor is teaching to the little ones, especially teachers when teaching to the little students of primary or high school, I would say, the concentration of the kids is observed by the teacher. The teacher is observing each and every case, though he is reading the lesson in the textbook or a notebook, but the concentration will be there on the student. So if a student is losing the concentration, immediately it is caught in the eyes of the teacher, which is not possible in online classes. Less contact with the students. Students will be sitting in the benches in the school or a classroom where a lot of students will be there. As and when there is a break or an interval where they go out, they meet students of other classes. In a sports period, they will go and play with other kids. Evening after the school or before the school in the morning, they spend time with others. While traveling from home to school, they will get new friends. But here it is difficult. Less contact, which makes the kids lonely. This is one of the factor of online classes. Next, group study. There was something called a concept of group study. When we were little ones, group study plays a very significant role, and people who were involved in group study were getting more marks. The reason is because in the group there were some intelligent students, there were some average students, there were some low performing students. But as a group, when they perform, when they study, there were good thoughts were shared, and we see the results were good. But now online classes, you will be sitting from your home on a laptop or a desktop or an iPad or a mobile, and that's it. Group study is something which is vanished away. Next, exams and homework, mission oriented or device oriented. Yes, homework was there, we used to take the notebook or textbook and write the homeworks, but now it is all digital over the fingertips. And also exams, now exams are also online exams. So all these online exams or homework or notebook or textbook, everything is online. So don't you think the habit of writing is going away from our little ones? Habit of holding a book in a hand and reading it practically is going away from us. Yes, now visual contact, now watching the screen, television screen, maybe laptop screen maybe, mobile screen maybe, iPad screen maybe, or device screen basically. So the habit of reading, habit of writing is going away from us. So this is a drawback, a very, very important drawback, I would say, because that habit is very, very important and a long lasting one. Next, language barriers. This problem is absolutely solved, because in a class, kids come from different local or mother tongue oriented background. So their comfort zone is talking in their mother tongue or the regional language. But when they come and sit in the classroom, they get a kind of a backwardness, or I would say kind of a fear that I'm not confident in talking in English or any other common languages with teacher or the medium is to perform. But this problem is completely solved. Now it is all digital. Everyone can type or read or write, that's all. Or writing is gone, but reading by looking and also chatting over the fingertips. So language barrier or language problem is completely solved. Now students should be 100% confident in talking, because there's nothing to talk. Everything you need to type, and everything you need to read probably, so that the discussion is completely stopped. So for most of the kids, it's a positive point actually. Next, flexible hours. Previously, morning you have to get up at 6 o'clock or 5:30, whatsoever, depends on the distance from your house and school, or the transport facilities available. But now, flexible hours. No get upping in the morning. The schools and teachers are also providing flexible timings, that if you can attend morning session or evening session or night session, especially both the parents are working, they opt for a night session or evening session, or sometimes they opt for weekend session as well. So comfort zone, a very comfort zone in terms of timing or flexible hours are something which we can see. Now, recording features. Previously, when teacher, especially those strict teachers I'm quoting over here, they used to come and teach and go. Students never dared to ask questions, though they understood the lesson or no, doesn't matter. They would struggle a bit or they fail in the exam whatsoever, but they never dared to ask questions. But now they have the option of recording, where even if you don't understand at that point, your recording can be played again and again. Even the teachers send videos, the shooted videos of their teaching lessons and all over the WhatsApp, so that makes life easier, where they are flexible to understand. They can listen the talks from the teachers again and again whenever they want, and that makes life easier to understand, easier. Let's see the results. That is very important. After having all sort of facilities, if the results are bad, then I think the previous system was pretty good. But anyway, these are the certain problems are reduced. Especially we can have a recording features in our laptops or mobile. It will really, really help those students who do not understand at the first attempt. All right. Cost is less. Yes, parents are, I'm sure they should be pretty happy. The cost is less, because now those schools are definitely charging, because they have to pay salaries for their teachers. At the same time, the cost is less. Definitely, if the online study is going to be for a full complete year, I'm sure the cost schools will charging on the parents will reduce. At the same time, parents, their cost also reducing, like uniform cost is reduced. You need not wear a uniform at home. Books cost is reduced. Everything is on your desktop. Everything is on your laptops, mobile, iPads. So the cost is comparatively reduced. Next, study and work option. This is for little elder students, I would say. People, those who are coming from poor background, or those who are coming from little struggling background, where studying is not only a factor, but they have to work to support their families, to help their poverty or something. So this is a very good option. Especially you have online classes where they can attend the classes, at the same time they get a lot of spare time. Those hours when they are not concentrating on online classes, they can spend those time in working and support their family help. So especially study and work simultaneously can be done. So this is a very good option for those people who are coming from little poor background. It is definitely a blessing for them, online classes. Next, we used to call when we send an email or when we scan a document, every time we give a message saying that save trees, save paper, save environment. Here is it. We are saying everything, because everything is on device. no papers are used. So when the papers are not used, no trees are cut, no forests are demolished, nothing. So those thoughts which were there in our mind, saving papers, saving paperless office, paperless schools, all is now practical. You need not use any papers. Everything you can do it on the notepad, wordpad, excel. You have everything on your desktop. All right. uh, but yes, there is one point also, the lack of interpersonal communication or relation. That bond was there, a teacher, a student, that bond was there, that relation was there. There were so many good teachers where students were waiting for their classes to come, and there are certain teachers where they don't like to sit in the classes. So all these problems, end of the day, there was a relation between students and children. That relation will be now, I would say, digitalized only over the device, especially those small childrens of kg or first standard, second, third, fourth. These are the kids, they have that attachment towards teacher, they have that touch with the teacher, but that interpersonal relationship or that communication level is reduced. So basically, online classes are good or bad? They are both. You have some good features, you have some negative thoughts. It's not bad features, actually, it is just a negative thought. But yes, it is a need of an hour that we have to go on online classes. Let's go, let's enjoy, let's study, let's achieve. Thank you.